Hello, everyone. Welcome back to E20 Zone TV. I have just watched West Ham United nil, Manchester City 2, in a game where they completely dominated us, really, from start to finish. We didn't really get out. It didn't really get out of second gear, in all seriousness. So I don't know where to start, but I will start at the beginning, as I always do on this channel. And we started off well. First 2 minutes of the game, we all had a corner. We looked threatening. Antonio had a headed chance. Then after that, they just kicked the living shit out of us, passed us to death in really, really severe heat. Now, the penalty, I've had debates with people online. People are saying, oh, it's Ben Johnson's fault. People are saying, what can Areola do other than bring him down? I think Areola could shield him away from goal or try and shield him away from goal. And if Haaland scores, then fair enough. But don't go and bring the man down, because then you're asking for it. So I don't know on that one. What did City do with their possession? Not a lot, if I'm speaking honest truth. They had loads and loads of the ball. We had 97 touches, I think, of the ball, and they had 460 plus, I think it was. Something ridiculous, yeah? So I will get to your comments shortly. I'm going to make this video a bit short and sweet. So we go 1-0 down at half time. So second half, we come out and we look threatening, but they just kicked the shit out of the City. I've got to give City their due. They're a world-class side, and they've got world-class players. And for me, we got taught a lesson today, big time. And Haaland up front is a world-class striker, and that's what you get when you pay the big money for a player that I think will smash the Premier League this year. I really do. He scored 2 goals today, and he didn't really do a fucking lot. Do you know what I mean? Other than just score them 2 goals. He was a nuisance from start to finish, though. I will say that, running behind, etc. And obviously, like second half, we come out. Skamaka got on the pitch. Benny got on the pitch. But we was 1-0 down. We was chasing the game, and they go and score the next one, and it's all over. Do you know what I mean? And the game was just flat and dead from there. As soon as they scored the second goal, it just kicked the living shit out of us. It really, really did. I don't know how to assess this game, right? In one way, I'm a bit fuming because I look at our bench. Got 2 goalkeepers on the bench. We've had to use one of them today. And I'll just look at, why are we not prepared for this game? Like, this is Manchester City at home, and I'll be honest with you, we look tame today. Tame and passive. Like, just nothing. There was no urgency. Nothing. Do you know what I mean? I see people digging him out. Listen, West Ham Online is one of my friends who come on this channel. First person that I see him and Lucas mention is Saeed Benrahma, which I think is an absolute disgrace. I'm sorry, it is. It is. Like, there's no 2 ways about it. Do you know what I mean? You're going out and knocking a sub who's coming on the pitch to try and save the game when we're 1-0 down. Fair enough. Benny wasn't good today. I'll hold my hands up and I'll openly say Benny was shite. And he was shit. But come on, there's other players on the pitch who didn't really do anything today. Like, Bowen today was poor. Fornell was passing sideways and back quite a lot. Poor. Who else was there? I think the only one who I can really give any credit to is Ben Johnson today. And people said to me, oh, you're mad because of the first goal. But I look at it and I think he's been a makeshift defender today, put into a position where basically he's had to play when I think he's only ever played there twice for us, especially in the first team. I know he played in the under-23s at centre back. It's just one of them ones, though. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going to make it short and sweet on this afterthought. I'm bitterly disappointed, but I'm not going to be disheartened because it's Manchester City. Yeah, that's one thing I will say. They could have kicked the living shit out of us and give us 3 or 4s. Do you know what I'm saying? They only put 2 past us, and they was comfortable. They were very, very good City today. Very, very good. That weren't the City that I see last year. That's a different City. That City was clinical, on the ball, and they used their passing game and the heat, which was like probably on ground level, would have been really, really hot for the lads against us, and we just ran out of ideas. So, yeah, I'm just going to sort of make this short and sweet. Gutted, but not disheartened. Did like Skamaka when he come on the pitch, done a few good touches. Interesting to see why he took Antonio off. Like, I would have left Antonio and him on and just tried to. Like, the game was 1-0 at the time, but he's gone with Skamaka. Who else was it? Good to see Downs get on the pitch. Connor Coventry also. But we look light. We look light in all departments, I'm afraid. And there's no 2 ways about it. The team looks very, very light. And we need bodies at this club. And I know people say, don't worry about it. It's only the start of the season. But next week is Forest. And then the games will come thick and fast. So we need some players. And next week, I expect at least 2 bodies through the door. Can't wait to see Cornet in the shirt. It's good to see Skamaka on the pitch. Do you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. Let's have a look. See what usual. So I agree. Totally agree with that one. It was like attack versus defence. No pressing by the striker. I think Antonio was trying, but he was isolated in my opinion. All the players were on pre-season mode. I think City were just good. Our tactics were too defensive and narrow, possibly. Goalkeeper was not at fault. The pass was perfect. The pass was perfect, but I just think if he stands upright, yeah, if he does put it past him, then fair enough. Yeah, but I don't think Haaland can get there. Right, I think he's stretching to get there as it is, and to try and get there and pass it for Areola, I think's a little bit poor. It is poor from Areola though. There's no two ways about it. I like Areola, but it's poor from him. There's no two ways about it. Like it's, I thought he could have got there. He should have been quicker on his line there, but Haaland's just top draw, mate. You know what I mean? Anyone who thinks Haaland's going to be a flop this year, I'll tell you what, he most definitely ain't, mate. Glad that's out of the way. At least it will show Moyes what players we still need. I agree. We need some players. There's no two ways about it. I think we need 4 or 5 players still. And it's no joke. When I'm looking at the start of the season, and I know Greg got injured, but we've got no Dawson. We've got Ben Johnson playing centre half. Souček and Rice in there. Okay, I can understand that one. Lanzini and Fornells just don't play well together. There's no two ways about this. There's so many times when them 2 lads are in there and they sort of counteract each other. And it was just poor. It was just poor on that front. So, yeah. Kafal, Souček, Lanzini, Benrahma were passengers. Nothing from them. Listen, I agree. I agree with the Benrahma one. I openly say that about Benrahma. But I do disagree when people are saying he's the first one on the list. That's one thing I can't agree with. I can't agree with someone saying on the first one on social media saying, sorry, Benrahma's his fault today. Oh, he was shit. Yeah, he was shit. But you've named other players there, which is right. And the players you've named were right. Lanzini, poor. Souček, it's hit and miss with me. Kafal, I thought he'd done okay against Grealish. He kept Grealish as quiet as he could do. But they were just a far better team than us. They really are. They're miles advanced. Declan's still Declan, yeah. But I see people criticising Declan Rice today, and I'm thinking, I don't know. He was iffy in certain aspects, but second half I thought he was a lot better. So, I mean, had a golden chance, should have put it away, didn't. So, yeah. The stream I was used as just could not watch the game. Oh, sorry about that, mate. Skamaka looked brilliant. He just needs a quality service and support around him. I agree. Got to look at the positives as a fan base. Skamaka looked good. Rice world class. Johnson playing at centre back is good. Add Cornet and 3 other more quality players, and we will flourish this season. Yeah, I agree. On the Johnson at centre back he was good today. There's no choice about it. He was decent against Haaland. He was good. And let's be honest, they scored 1 goal out in open play, which was a decent goal. The other one was a penalty, but City just was a world-class side, and there's levels, and they was 100 times better than us. Hopefully, this will make us realise how important it is to get players through the door. I agree. Moyes already knows he needs bodies in. I agree. James, they are the best team in the world and the best coach in the world. I tell you now. Skamaka will be fantastic for us as soon as he gets fed by stronger players and doesn't get knocked off. I agree. I must admit, I like Skamaka. He looks a unit. He stays in the box. He's a presence against other teams. I think he will be proper. Do you know what I'm saying? I will say that. I think get his fitness up, get him starting against Forest next week. Do you know what I mean? Listen, I'm not going to go knock Antonio today. I'm not, because Antonio did try. He was working, but it was nothing. It's more the midfield with me and the system that we played, 4-2-3-1. Right? all week we've been saying we're playing 4-3-3 or 3-4-3, and we've gone to our famous 4-2-3-1. Now that system, Antonio up front, Bone on the right, like the left was Fornals, and Lanzini has a 10. It just doesn't work with Lanzini or Fornals in the team. It really doesn't. Benny provided a spark. Grealish didn't get much chance. Change out of Kafel. Suchek did okay. Skamaka looked decent. I agree. What players would you bring in? I'd bring in anyone in, mate. If they're decent players, yeah, we need some players in it. Like to go today. So I'll try and round this up as quick as I can. To go today and have 2 backup goalkeepers on the bench, right? And obviously, Areola not starting, I think, was a bit of a kick in the mouth. Yeah, but Fab starts. I look at the bench and I'm looking at the players on there. There's a lot of youngsters on there. We're playing Ben Johnson at centre half. Lanzini and Fornals are playing the same team. It just looks weird. It just doesn't look right to me. And there's been so many games, and I agree with the next comment that I'm going to get up, that it was like this, that it was men against boys. Total embarrassment. I wouldn't say it was a total embarrassment. I just think it was just outclassed by a very, very, very good Manchester City team. Listen, they come here today, yeah. They probably thought last season they had a really, really hard game, and they was against us when we was peaking, yeah. They come there today and done a complete demolition job on us from start to finish. Listen, you don't have to keep having shots on target throughout the game, making the keeper work. If you've got control of the ball and you're pulling away players left, right, and centre, you can win. You can destroy us that way, and that's what they did today. And as soon as they went 2-0 up, they take their subs off. That's it. Game over. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's bitterly disappointing. It really is. I know they are a better team, but where were the pride and passion? I don't know where it was, mate. The best team in the world isn't City. It's Real Madrid. Well, I'm sorry, mate. They're the best team in. I think they're going to be the best team in the world this year. Let's put it like that, Hammerhead. What we got this one. Another centre back needed. Apparently, Coletta Carr is available for 10 million left footed. We'll see what happens, mate, on that. In terms of flogging horse, yeah. Skamaka looked quick and very aggressive and out of possession. Good movement. Nice offside header. He had bag 15 this season. So what about Bowen, Suchek, Cresswell, Lanzini? Any good players there today? 2 lightweight in places, and only Skamaka comes away with scraps. He turned into something. Cornet will be great for Skamaka. Listen, it's Manchester City, mate. Listen, that's all I can say, right? I'll be honest with you. I did not feel today that West Ham, when they went forward, they looked like they was going to score. Never. They couldn't control a ball. They couldn't cross a ball. I don't remember even fucking City goalkeeper making a save. I really don't. I think maybe in the first minute, but then they just shut that down. Do you know what I mean? Balls that should be going over the top for Antonio to run onto, they're going to his feet. Yeah, not for me. Not for me at all. I'm fuming after that. Seriously, I know that they are better, but can we not put in a better show than that? I just don't think we're ready, mate. Listen, I've had this debate with West Ham Online, Lucas, and I look at it, and I look at us today, and we're not ready. We're not ready to go for the start of the season, which for me is poor. We should be ready to rock and roll this year, yeah, where we should be going places. We've spent a lot of money, and to not be ready, and we look so light in certain situations. And listen, having Ben Johnson, and I'm going to my player rating tonight is going to be easy for Ben, because I thought arguably he's only shining light today. Do you know what I mean? People not Ben Johnson bad, yeah, but today I thought he'd done all right. Makeshift right back at centre half, but that's just poor on all aspects. Do you know what I mean? You've known that Dawson's been carrying injury for ages. You've known that Aguerd was out 2 weeks ago, and we still haven't got a centre half at this club. And to me, anyone who says, "Oh, it's fine," well, it ain't, because we need a centre half. So yeah, what was Downs and commentary coming on 80 seconds to go about? No idea, mate. No idea. Can see why we are after another attacking midfielder and a forward. Don't sell Benra. Keep him as an option off the bench. Same for for Fornals, and Lanzini's not a starter. for me. Souček, I'm going to turn into Mitchell. The Lanzini one. Listen, I love Manuel Lanzini. Yeah, I do. I love the man. Yeah, some of the goals that he's scored. And listen, he's been a great servant to West Ham. But him and Pablo can't play on the same team, right? They just can't do it. It's so many games that they play together. They just don't. It just doesn't click. I'm sorry, but it don't. And I don't like to say this to people, but it's fact. They just do not click well together. And today, listen, it's a free hit today, yeah. And we've just turned up there and let them fucking just roll us over. They've turned up to Stratford today and just rolled us easily, which is a bitterly disappointing. That's why I feel gutted, because I feel like West Ham really didn't do fuck all, if I speak the honest truth. Really didn't. Men versus girls, yeah. Benny needs to loft his crosses higher. Too many don't get past the first defender. He gets into good position, so he needs to deliver. Listen, I know that Ben Rama, and everyone who's sort of following this channel over the period of time knows that I backed Ben Rama up. Today, I thought Ben Rama was shocking his shit. I will say that. He comes on, he done fuck all. Yeah, totally. I hold my hands up. But you've also got to look at other players who've done fuck all today. Yeah, and really, if I'm analysing today's game, Ben Run was about fourth on the list. There's players on there today I thought was shit. Really did. I thought Jared Bowen was fucking terrible today. Couldn't hold the ball, couldn't pass the ball, couldn't cross the ball, couldn't do anything. Listen, and Bowen gets a pass because it's Bowen, but for today's game, you've got to look at it and go, he was shy. Lanzini was shy. Fucking Fornells was passing sideways and back, but he was not all that. Do you know what I'm saying? So you've got to be constructive. That's the way I look at it. Can't wait to see Cornet, Scamacca and Bowen together. Yeah, I agree. Scamacca didn't do nothing. What he could have done, nothing. Yeah, I agree, mate. Bowen looked flat. I totally agree, mate. I really, really do. And I love Jared Bowen. Fuck me, I love him. I've backed him game in, game out to score first goals many a times. I love Jared Bowen, but today he looked, I don't know, he just looked deflated, if I'm being honest. Like flat. Like you summed it up, UK. Right, he did look flat as a pancake, in my opinion. I predicted a 1-0 loss. We didn't look fit in pre-season. I agree. What is with Antonio's considers back to goal? When the ball comes to him, he bounces off him, and we give away possession. That's the one thing that irritated me today. It really, really did. The amount of times that I wanted balls to go over the top for Antonio to run onto and run down Aki. Like against Diaz, I think Antonio has problems. Against Aki, I feel he could have done a job. He could have done a job on Aki. And it proved it last season. Someone said it the other day, funny enough. Last season, they had Fernandinho in defence with, I think it was John Stones. Now they've got Aki and Diaz. And Antonio looked... I'm not going to knock Antonio. I can't. Like, he wasn't really that bad. There was just nothing there today. So, yeah. I don't know, mate. I really don't. I was so bored I fell asleep. I agree, mate. Did you see Man United? Did you see Manchester United bid Johnson? No. How can we not be ready? What are we doing pre-season? I'm fuming. Yeah, I know, mate. I bet you are. Anzi needs to be sold. Get flicked down. For the sake of Johnson's career, not only at West Ham, but England, he has to change his position from right back to be a centre half or a left back. He's a player. He's a player left back for England, so let's hope he can adapt. Yeah, I agree, Hammerhead, mate. I really do. Aki looked good. We should have signed him when we could. Yeah, and I agree on that also. Listen, I'm going to leave it at that. I really am. Excuse me. My final thought, as I always do on this channel, is this: Manchester City are a world-class side, and they put in a world-class performance today. They fucking tore us to shreds today, if I'm being honest. What did we really see today from West Ham United? Not a lot, which is a worrying sign. Last year when we played City against Liverpool, we looked a threat like at certain spells in the game. Today we didn't look a threat once, if I'm being honest. Apart from the first 2 minutes, we come out, we looked good, and then we just went into our shell, which is a major worry. Haaland's going to be a success from what I've seen of him today. His runs, his presence, he's an handful. He's beast mode, and that is a player that will score 25, 30 goals this season. No shadow about that about it. Get me words out. As for the team today, it is what it is. The season starts next week against Forest away. Now, if we go to Forest away and win next week, then this is a distant memory, right? We've got the hardest game in the league out of the way. Yeah. But the one thing I will say is we need some players at this fucking club. There is no two ways about it. And if we don't sign anyone by next week, then I'm concerned. Craig Dawson isn't fit. Ogbonna definitely isn't fit. We've got players playing in positions that they shouldn't be playing. I know people say about Ben. Don't get me wrong, but Ben done all right today. Do you know what I mean? It's just one of them ones, but it's bitterly disappointing today. It really, really is. So I'm going to leave it at that. I was going to say, right, tonight, 8:30, I'll be doing a player ratings, me, Mitchell, and probably Lucas. It's going to be interesting because Lucas had a few things to say earlier on, which, for me, I totally disagree with. I really, really do. Now, be interested to see what Mitchell thinks today. Mitchell's gone to the ground today, and is Mitchell going to be, like me, a bit sort of gutted, but we move on, or is he going to be bitterly disappointed? Do you know what I'm saying? With the way it sort of planned out today. I wasn't surprised by the lineup today, but to lose the way we have is a blow. It is a major blow, so there's no choice about it. Anyway, I'll let you enjoy your rest of your Sunday, and I'll be back in about an hour and a half's time. So please do join me then. Anyway, from me to you, see you again. Bye.